Hey, what's up guys, John here, freshly back from Taipei, Taiwan. I spent 2 weeks exploring and making new friends, and in today's video I'm going to tell you the top 10 things you need to know before you go. Real quick, we'll get the easy stuff out of the way. The electronic outlets are the same as the US, they drive on the right side of the road, and the currency is New Taiwan dollars. So let's start with number 10, language. As far as English goes, I found it to be about 50-50. I did meet quite a few people who were fluent or at least conversational in English, but I did meet a lot of people who were not. As I've said before, no matter where you go, it's at least good to know a few words in the local language, which in this case is Mandarin. Even just a couple keywords like hello and thank you, these things can make a big difference. I'd strongly recommend downloading a translator app to your phone, and some languages you can download for offline use. In my experience, a lot of the taxi drivers I ran into didn't speak English, and even when I did have the address saved on my phone, a lot of them actually needed to see it in Chinese characters, so that's an important thing to know and to be ready for. As I've mentioned, the currency is New Taiwan dollars, and a lot of places that you go to will not take cards. Taiwan is largely cash-based, so you will need to have cash in most places that you go. You can normally find an ATM inside a 7-Eleven, and 7-Elevens, there's like 3 or 4 of them on every block. But as you know, using ATMs overseas, you usually will get hit with international fees, so just something to remember. Number 8, the weather. The weather in Taipei is generally pretty hot and humid, so it surprised me at first when I saw everyone constantly carrying around umbrellas, but after I was there for a few days, I quickly realized why. In Taipei, we could have beautiful sunny weather, and out of nowhere, it would just start raining. Get an umbrella, carry it with you. You don't want to be one of the people like me that was stuck constantly saying, I should have brought an umbrella. Number 7 is the transportation. In the capital city of Taipei, they have a great metro with the MRT system. Once you get the hang of it, it's very easy to use. You can set Google Maps to tell you exactly where to go, what stops and what transfers you need to take. And it's also one of the cleanest metros because you're not allowed to eat, drink, or even chew gum on the MRT. You can purchase an Easy Card, which you can load up with cash. Your Easy Card can also be used for purchases at different locations. But keep in mind, if you go to some other places like maybe Taichung, they don't have the same elaborate network there. So in other places, you may need to use a scooter to get around or rent a car, taxi. And also know that if you want to rent a car, you will need an international driver's permit. Number 6 is the local food. Make sure to try the local food, as Taiwan has world-class food and all kinds of different choices. Some of the foods do border on strange and exotic, but have an open mind. A great place to do that is a night market where you can try all kinds of different food but not pay a ton of money. Number 5, data/internet. Now I strongly recommend that you get a SIM card with data. This will make everything so much easier, from looking things up, booking things while you're on the go, getting around. A lot of times when I'm in South Africa or other countries, you can only buy like 2 gigs or 5 gigs at a time, but here you can get one that's truly unlimited, which makes a huge difference for things like streaming, watching Netflix, all that good stuff. I don't remember the exact card that I got, but I believe it was good for 15 days and only came to about $25 US, and it was faster than the Wi-Fi at some of the hostels where I stayed. Number 4 is the drinking water. For the most part, the drinking water in most of the country is safe to drink, but many of the local residents do still boil their water because a lot of the buildings are older and they have pipe systems that aren't great for the water. If you get water at a restaurant or a water fountain, it will be filtered water. I would say when in doubt, just drink bottled water, but I know we're all trying to move away from the single-use plastics, so filtered water is a great option too. Number 3 is the accommodations, and I was actually very surprised at how affordable it was. You can stay in a nice capsule hotel anywhere from $10 to $50 a night. I also spent a couple nights in a Love Hotel, which is one of those hotels you can rent by the hour, which sounds really seedy and shady, but it wasn't like that at all. A lot of the Love Hotels are just regular nice hotel rooms, and the 2 that I stayed in were actually much nicer and cheaper than a lot of the ones I've stayed in the US. Whenever you're looking at accommodations, I normally use Booking.com, but in Asia, I found that it's best to use Agoda. Also, always check with the place and see if you can book with them directly. Some allow you to book directly, some do not, but if you book directly, you may find it cheaper. Number 2, the toilets. In some of the places that you visit, they may have the kind of standard westernized toilets, but in many places that you go, they'll have these squat toilets. These squat toilets are fairly common in a lot of countries around the world. Be prepared to use these, have strong legs and good balance, and bring wet wipes or toilet paper along with you, because not every bathroom you go to will have that. And for my number 1 tip, I'm just going to give a couple of etiquette tips for Taiwan. Don't wear your shoes inside someone's home, as this is seen as both unhygienic and disrespectful. Don't eat on the MRT system. As I mentioned, it is banned, it is seen as disrespectful to other people around you, and you can be fined for doing so. Don't stab your chopsticks into your food and leave them sticking up, as this is also seen as disrespectful. And don't be loud. I'm not saying that you have to be quiet like a library in every place that you go, but generally speaking, whenever you're in a public place, you won't see a ton of people being super loud, so that's a good thing to remember. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you missed the last video, the top 10 things to do in Taiwan, you can watch that. I'll have it linked at the end. And I am headed back to Asia in a couple of weeks to do some more traveling, and I will have more animal videos coming soon. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon with another new adventure.